Hey everybody, welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is December 9th, and that means day 343 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, recently Ronnie, aka the 3D Kid, reached out to me over social media and wanted to know if I would print some of his models during the holiday season. And of course I said yes. And he sent over a bunch of really cool stuff, including this very cool Christmas tree and this very cute reindeer. And I've got a couple other models to show you guys, so stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 343 of the 3DP 365 project. As I was saying in the introduction, Ronnie, aka the 3D Kid, reached out to me over social media and said he had a bunch of models he was wondering if I would print during the month of December because they were holiday related. And of course I said yes. As you guys know, I'm always up for contributions to the 365 project, and I'm always up for collaborations as well. So he sent over a really cool pack of models. And in that pack of models, like you saw in the introduction, was a Christmas tree and a reindeer, and I've got a couple other models to show you too. But first up is the Christmas tree. And this is a very cool model. Now I think he has these designed to be keychains, but I'm definitely going to hand these off to the wife who's going to do some finishing, and we're going to put these up on our Christmas tree because they're very cool. And the print itself, it turned out awesome. There's some really cool detail on here. I believe these are set up for multicolor printing, because if you follow Ronnie over on his channel, the 3D Kid, and I'll put that down in the description too, you can see he has a Prusa printer, and he's doing a lot of multicolor printing. So most of these models, I believe, were set up for multicolors, but I only have a single extruder right now. I'm definitely interested in multicolor printing. Hopefully in the year 2018, we'll be doing a lot of multicolor printing, but for now we have the single color printing, and the single color models turned out really good. I am happy with the results. The detail on here is on the last few layers, so it's going to make it easy for my wife to do the finishing on. And there's a little bit of retraction spikes on almost all the prints, but it's real easy to pick off. And it's because I run my temperatures on my PLA at about 210 to 212 degrees, which might be a little bit hot for this really soft PLA. But the print itself, it turned out really good. I really love this Christmas tree design. It's very cool. It's going to make a nice addition to our Christmas tree ornaments. The next thing is this very cute reindeer. And I did have to scale this up a little bit in X and Y, not in Z, to 125% to make sure these antlers printed. Because I have a 0.5 millimeter nozzle on my gMax 1.5 XT Plus. And I also played with the settings in Simplify 3D using the single wall extrusion and gap fill and single extrusion infill, just to make sure the antlers printed at the original scale. And they weren't. They were disconnecting a little bit because they're really thin. So I did scale this up a little bit just to get the antlers to print. But that's not a problem because it's actually the perfect size for a Christmas tree ornament. And the print itself, it actually turned out really good. There is a little bit of stringing on the antlers, of course, because I do run my temperatures a little bit hot, as I was saying before. But the print itself, it turned out awesome. This is a very cool design. I love the way this little reindeer's face looks. He's got a nice little smirk on his face. We did have a little curling issue on one arm. It did peel up a little bit, and you can see right here it's a little curled on that side. But I let the print finish, and of course my gMax finished it perfectly, not a problem. And the design on here is very, very cool. This will make an easy print or an easy paint for my wife, and this will also look really cool on the Christmas tree. The next model he sent over, was this very cool little Santa hat, and this looks more like a keychain. I did print this at 100% just because I wanted to see what it looked like first. And plus it's nice and small. It'll make a cool little keychain, or as we were going to use it for, a nice little Christmas tree ornament. And the print itself, it turned out really good. I am happy with the results. You can see there's a little hole at the top for hanging either a keychain or ornament, and then the top of his hat comes down and here's the tassel. And it'll show more detail once my wife puts some paint on it. But the print itself, it looks really good. I love this little model. The next thing in the little pack of models that Ronnie sent over was this cool little gift tag. Now I did scale this down to 50% of the original size because I thought that would be the perfect size to go along with all the other sizes that I had scaled everything to as far as the other models go. And the print itself, it turned out really good. I actually think I might use this for some other purposes too because it's a really cool tag. This would be a good color sample for all my filaments to put on the outside of my filament containers. And of course it'll make a really cool permanent gift tag or even a cool permanent gift tag style ornament. And the print itself, it turned out really good. As you can see, there's a little bit of surface variation there because as in Simplify 3D does when it slices, sometimes it'll go different directions to finish off a top layer. But the bottom layer is nice and clean though. So this print turned out really, really good. The next model Ronnie sent over, and this is the last of the ones that I printed, there's also a little Santa. I'm going to show you this first. There's also a little Santa model, and there's stuff set up for multicolor printing. The other little model that he sent over is this cute little cheeseburger, and it's a cool little keychain. This is really, really cool. This is for sale over on Ronnie's website, over on his Squarespace site, and I'll put that link down in the description so you guys can go check it out. And I think it's a good alternative to help support Ronnie's channel, to go check out his website and make purchases through there, because you can get STL files or even finished prints. Now, I think he's going to post up the rest of the Christmas stuff soon, but right now he has a Santa and the cheeseburger there for sale in different formats. You can get it printed or you can buy the STL files. And like I said, I think that's a very cool way to help support Ronnie on his channel. And this little cheeseburger is very, very cool. Like I said, it's a multi-part model, and the top bun has some threads in the bottom and it screws together, and I'll unscrew this. And my gMax did a really good job on that bridging on that tiny little handle, so I'm really happy with that. And the next piece is a little tomato. And next we have a little slice of cheese. And then we have, of course, the burger. And that turned out really good. And of course the bottom bun has some screws on it so you can thread this whole thing together. Some threads on it, not some screws on it, some threads on it so you can screw this whole thing together. So put the burger down, the cheese down, and the tomato. And I think he has this designed to be a double cheeseburger, but I only wanted a single. I wasn't that hungry. And then you just screw on the top here, and it screws on perfectly. And you have this cool little cheeseburger model, and it's very cool. The prints all turned out awesome. We did use Matterhacker's Standard Series filament for this. This is some of their gray. And it is a little bit softer than some of the other filaments I've used, and that's probably where my temperature and retraction spikes and stringing all come into play. But I really love this filament because it's perfect for finishing, and all the top layers turned out really good. This will be really easy to finish. Once we had all these models set up in Simplify 3D, and I set up everything with a 0.2 millimeter layer height, with 4 top layers, 3 bottom layers, and 3 perimeters. And I used between 10 and 15% infill, depending on how much surface area. Like the cheeseburger, I only used 10% infill, but everything else I used 15% infill. And we did print everything out at either 35 millimeters per second or 40 millimeters per second, depending on the model. Now, of course, the reindeer I did print out at 35 just to make sure these antlers turned out okay. But the rest of the models I printed them out at 40 millimeters per second. And with the cheeseburger, I just put all the models down on the build plate at once and printed them all out at the same time. And like I said, all the prints turned out awesome. I really love these models. I really want to give a huge shout out to Ronnie, or go check out his channel. He's the 3D Kid over here on YouTube. He's got some giveaways going on during the month of December. Definitely check out his Squarespace site. It's a really good alternative to help support his channel. And definitely thank you, Ronnie, for sending over all these really cool models. I very much appreciate it. These are very, very cool. My wife's going to have a lot of fun painting these, and these are definitely going to be some really cool additions to our Christmas tree. Well, that about wraps it up for day 343 of the 3DP 365 project. I hope you guys found this episode interesting and informative, and if you're looking for ways to support the channel, check out those affiliate links down in the description. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.